Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Science for Everyone. Today I will discuss a very important topic with you people. And the title of my topic is that how complex sugars are metabolized. This is related to metabolism, this lecture. And I will discuss the biochemistry of the metabolism of these complex sugars. Basically, we all know that glucose can be converted into pyruvate by the process of glycolysis. So when there is glucose, either the microorganism or the eukaryotic cell, they use the glucose, they metabolize it, and they convert it into pyruvate. And after that, they proceed through Krebs cycle and electron transport chain. But what if there is disaccharides and polysaccharides like starch, lactose, galactose, and other such type of sugars? A question arises that what will happen to these sugar if they are present in the as a source of nutrients? So how it will be metabolized? Okay. So in this video, I will show you that how these complex sugars are metabolized. Okay. So let's start with the lecture. First of all, again, I'm telling you that glycolysis is a very important chemical pathway that is conducted by the microorganism and even in the eukaryotic cells. Okay. Uh, Without glycolysis, glucose cannot be converted into pyruvate. And after that, as you know that when it is converted into pyruvate, so after that, when it is an aerobic respiration or either it is anaerobic, so what will happen, this pyruvate and will then react with an acetyl CoA and it will enters the Krebs cycle. Okay, we can also say it the TCA cycle. And after that, after TCA cycle, it will then enter to the electron transport chain and energy will be produced. Okay, electron transport chain. So again, I'm telling you that question arises that if there is no glucose in the media and other complex sugars are present in the media, so what will the microorganism or even the eukaryotic cell do to metabolize it? Okay, so this is the main objective of my this video. So now I will show you. Here is the monosaccharide. First, I will show you the metabolism of the monosaccharides. Okay, I am other than glucose. For example, if there is no glucose and galactose is present in the media or as a source of nutrients, so it cannot enter directly through glycolysis because glycolysis can only start with the glucose, and here it is galactose, and galactose is also a monosaccharide. So what will happen? First, it should be converted into glucose. Okay, first it should be converted into glucose. If I want to show you here the glucose, so this is a simple this up till here, from here to this here, this is all the glycolysis pathway. This is a monosaccharide. But if there is galactose, mannose, fructose, so what will happen? So if we look to the galactose, so first the galactose should be processed and should be metabolized, and after that, when it is converted into glucose 1-phosphate, so then it can enter the glycolysis. So first what will happen? ATP will be hydrolyzed and a phosphate will be added to the galactose and it will be converted into galactose 1-phosphate. After that, these are the chemical reaction other than glycolysis. These are only performed just to make the final product that can easily enter the glycolysis, or it can be same as the intermediate of the glycolysis. So first the galactose will be converted into galactose 1-phosphate with the help of ATP, and then this ATP will be hydrolyzed to ADP. Okay, this is a shortcut reaction, but I will write the detail. Okay, so it will be converted into ADP, and galactose 1-phosphate will be produced. After that, uridine triphosphate. Okay, this is also a kind of energy currency. It will be added to the galactose and it will be converted into uridine diphosphate galactose. Okay, after that, another chemical reaction will be performed, and after with the action of the isomerase enzyme, with the action of the isomerase enzyme, it will be converted into UDP glucose. Again, I'm telling you, UDP means uridine diphosphate. Okay. After that, what will happen? This glucose need a phosphate. Okay. After when it is added, a phosphate is added, so then it can enter the glycolysis reaction. So what will happen? There is a special type of metabolite that is known as galactose 1 phosphate. So this galactose 1 phosphate will give its phosphate to the glucose, this glucose, UDP glucose. So what will happen? This UDP, uridine diphosphate, will be accepted by the galactose and it will give away its phosphate to the glucose. So an exchange of the different compounds will happen, and after different groups will happen. So after that, this galactose will be converted into uridine diphosphate galactose, and this phosphate will be given to the glucose. So glucose will be converted into glucose 1 phosphate. Okay, the first number, the glucose have 6 carbons, so the phosphate will be bonded to the first carbon of the glucose. After that, with the help of the enzymes, it will be converted into glucose 6 phosphate. And as you know, that glucose 6 phosphate is a special specific intermediate, a specific compound of the glycolysis pathway. After that, then the glycolysis will be proceeded and it will be converted into pyruvate. Okay, so now you are clear that if there is galactose, so then it will pass through different chemical reaction just to make a final product that is specific to the glycolysis pathway. So then it can enter the glycolysis pathway and it can be converted into pyruvate. Embedded Meyerhof pathway is also known as glycolysis. Okay, this is the second name of the glycolysis pathway. And these are the other pathways. So these glucose 6 phosphate can also enter different other pathways. Okay. Okay, if there is mannose is also a monosaccharide, just like galactose and glucose. So it should be first, it should be converted into with the help of the ATP. It will be converted into mannose 6 phosphate, and after that, mannose can be isomerized to fructose 6 phosphate. This mannose and fructose, these are the isomers of each other. So then mannose can be converted into fructose 6 phosphate, and fructose 6 phosphate is a specific intermediate of the glycolysis pathway, and after that it can be converted into pyruvate. If there is fructose, so fructose can be directly converted into fructose 6 phosphate with the help of ATP, and then fructose 6 phosphate is an intermediate of the glycolysis pathway, and then it can be converted into pyruvate. Okay, so this is the main conversion of the monosaccharide if glucose is not present in the media or in the as a source of a nutrient. So first these chemical reactions should be processed, or if there is glucose, so glucose can directly perform glycolysis. Okay, so keep these chemical reaction in mind. Okay, and I'm telling you that these all are enzymatic chemical reactions. Okay, biological chemical reactions, so different enzymes are used. Okay, so here the enzymes are not present, but you should know that it cannot be converted into other products without the help of enzymes. Okay. Now I will show you that how disaccharides are converted into can enter the glycolysis pathway. Okay, mostly if we look, so in our nutrients, in our media, mostly disaccharides are present. Okay, so first it cannot directly enter the glycolysis pathway. It should be converted into glucose, and after that then glucose can be converted into pyruvate. Okay, so these are a simplified chemical reaction. If there is a maltose, okay, if there is maltose, so maltose is a disaccharide. Okay, and it is formed by the addition of two glucose. When two glucose combine, so it form maltose. Okay, so first of all, two kind of chemical reaction can be performed. First, the first one is the hydrolysis. Hydrolysis. Okay, this is the, if I just write HY, okay, so you mean it means that the hydrolysis chemical reaction. So first the maltose should be hydrolyzed and can be converted into glucose. As I have told you that two glucose molecules combine by glycosidic bond and they form maltose. Okay, So with the help of the water and with the help of the maltase enzyme, it can be converted into glucose. And after that, as you know, that glucose can directly enter to the glycolysis pathway. If I write GLY, okay. So this type of reaction occur. And if there is a lack of water and there is no such water could present, so then phosphorylated pathway can also be conducted. The maltose can be phosphorylated by with the help of enzyme maltose phosphorylase, and then it can be converted into beta D glucose 1-phosphate plus glucose. Okay, so then this glucose can enter the glycolysis pathway. Okay, it can enter the glycolysis pathway. So if someone asks you that how disaccharides are cleaved, so you can say, you can tell them that these are cleaved by two type of chemical reaction, either hydrolysis or either phosphorylases. Okay, so if we look to the sucrose, so sucrose can form is formed by the addition of glucose and fructose. Okay, by the addition of glucose and fructose. So what will happen with the help of sucrase enzyme? It will be glucose and fructose will be produced. So glucose can directly enter the glycolysis pathway. Okay, and fructose should be first phosphorylated to convert it into fructose 6-phosphate, and after that, as I have mentioned in the previous slide, then fructose 6-phosphate is a specific intermediate of the glycolysis pathway, and then it can be converted into pyruvate. Okay, and I have I'm telling you that beta D glucose 1-phosphate can also enter the glycolysis pathway just when the glucose 1-phosphate is converted into glucose 6-phosphate. Okay, glucose 6 what it will be converted into glucose 6-phosphate, and after that it will be then converted into pyruvate. Just look here, if we look to the sucrose in the second chemical reaction as phosphorylases, so with the help of sucrose phosphorylase, it will be converted into alpha D glucose 1-phosphate and fructose. So fructose can enter the glycolysis when it is phosphorylated for fructose 6-phosphate, and glucose 1-phosphate can also be can also then enter the glycolysis. It will be converted into glucose 6-phosphate just like this, and after that it will be converted into pyruvate. The last one is the lactose. Okay, so lactose can also be hydrolyzed, and galactose and glucose will be produced. So glucose can directly enter the glycolysis pathway, and as I have mentioned in the previous slide, galactose should pass some specific chemical reaction, and after that it can enter the glucose glycolysis pathway. And if we and here is a specific and other disaccharide, it is known as cellobiose. So cellobiose can only be phosphorylated, and it can be converted into alpha D glucose and glucose, and these can then enter the glycolysis pathway with the help of different chemical reaction. Okay, so these were all this was all about that if there is no glucose in the media as a nutrient, so and if there are monosaccharide other than glucose and disaccharide, so how these will be converted into glucose? Now question arises, if there is polysaccharides. Okay, so polysaccharide, if we look to the starch, okay, or if we look to the cellulose, so these all are converted, these all are present as a these all are constructed from glucose intermediates. Okay, so these all are the intermediates of the the starch and the cellulose and other polysaccharide. So they will be hydrolyzed, and after that when different monomers are produced, so these will be the basically the monomers, so they can easily then enter the glycolysis pathway. Okay, so this was all about the different pathways. Okay, that how other monosaccharide and disaccharide other than glucose are metabolized. Okay, so if you have understand this video, so you please like this video, share with your friends, and subscribe to my channel for more interesting videos related to science. And if you have any other questions related to this lecture, so you can ask me in the comment box. I will answer you there. Okay, thank you very much. God bless you.